The Taygetean Pleiadian civilization, a free society for approximately 850,000 human years, is a beacon of knowledge and understanding in the vast cosmos. Originating from the Vega area, the planets Avalon and Lyra, the Taygetans are part of a rich tapestry of nearly 400,000 races of human-like beings. These beings, our ancestors, lived in peace, their existence characterized by harmony and tranquility. However, their peaceful existence was disrupted by a strong reptilian invading force about 1 million Earth years ago, leading to a significant shift in the trajectory of their civilization. The invasion by the reptilian force marked a pivotal moment in the history of the Taygetean Pleiadian civilization, known as the Great Expansion of Lyra, or simply the Great Expansion. This event led to the dispersion of small groups of humanoid beings to every possible corner of this sector of the galaxy, seeking refuge from the invading force. This dispersion seeded countless worlds with humans, the species, including Taygeta, Umo, and Earth. The Taygetans, as part of the Lyrian civilization, were among the first to arrive on Earth, establishing a peaceful coexistence with the existing hominid species. However, the reptiles continued their relentless pursuit, hunting the species to the brink of extinction. This existential threat led to the birth of the Federation, a collective body made up of thousands of species. The Federation was initially formed by humanoid species as a means to defend themselves from the reptilian invasion in this quadrant of space against total extinction. This was a critical turning point, marking the beginning of a new era of resistance and resilience against the reptilian invaders. The first humans from Lyra, our ancestors, arrived on Earth approximately 40,000 years ago. They found a planet already inhabited by other hominid species, including the Neanderthals. Despite the differences, the Lyrians managed to live in harmony with these older species, fostering a peaceful coexistence that marked the beginning of an advanced holographic society on Earth. This was a time before the rise of Atlantis, a time when the Earth was a haven for diverse species living in unity. During this era of peace and advanced civilization, a Taygetean Pleiadian colony was established on Earth. This colony, known as Lemuria, was situated on a now-defunct continent called Oceania. Lemuria was a complex civilization, not solely comprised of Taygetans, but it did have a significant Taygetan component. It was a melting pot of cultures, much like modern-day New York, with its Little Italy, Little China, and other cultural enclaves. Lemuria coexisted peacefully with the Lyrian civilization, contributing to the rich tapestry of life on Earth. However, this era of peace was not to last. The reptiles, a formidable force, invaded this planetary civilization. The invasion led to a great battle, known as the First Ancient War, where nuclear weapons were used against the peaceful inhabitants of Earth. Traces of this devastating conflict can still be found in places like Pakistan, where evidence of bomb-grade ionizing radioactivity has been detected. The reptiles were relentless, and the only part of the planetary civilization that remained fighting was Lemuria. As the reptiles enslaved the rest of the humanoids, Lemuria stood as the last bastion of resistance against the invaders. In the aftermath of the First Ancient War, the reptiles, now in control of the Earth, embarked on a grand project. They created a new race, the Adamic race, through genetic manipulation of the existing humanoid species. The Adamic race was designed to be subservient, a slave race to serve the reptiles. This was not a creation out of benevolence or a desire for companionship, but a calculated move to create a workforce that would serve without question. The Adamic race was enslaved, their freedom and autonomy stripped away, their lives reduced to servitude. The reptiles did not limit their manipulation to the creation of the Adamic race. They also played a significant role in the creation of another indigenous reptilian race on Earth. This race was not created as a slave race but as allies, a force that would help the reptiles maintain control over the planet and its inhabitants. This indigenous reptilian race, while sharing some characteristics with the reptiles, was unique, a product of the specific conditions and genetic material available on Earth. With the Adamic race enslaved and a new indigenous reptilian race established, the reptiles turned their attention to the creation of a new civilization, Atlantis. Atlantis was not merely a city or a state, it was a symbol of the reptilian dominance over Earth. It was a testament to their power and control, a monument to their victory in the First Ancient War. Atlantis was a hub of advanced technology, a center of power, and a beacon of the reptilian civilization. Its rise marked a new era in Earth's history, an era characterized by the dominance of the reptiles and the subjugation of the Adamic race. The subjugation of the Lyrian descendants, collectively referred to as the Adamic race by the Reptilians, was a grim period in Earth's history. However, it wasn't the conclusion of their narrative. The Taygetean Pleiadians, witnessing the predicament of the Adams and Eves, terms that represent groups rather than individuals, decided to intervene. Their intervention wasn't a physical rescue operation, but rather a mission of enlightenment. They imparted knowledge and understanding to the enslaved Adams and Eves, transmitting this information telepathically. This act of enlightenment marked the commencement of Genesis, a period of awakening and self-realization for the Adamic race. The Taygetans didn't merely liberate the Adams and Eves in a physical sense, they equipped them with the knowledge and tools to free themselves and rebuild their lives and society. The Genesis narrative, as it has been handed down through generations, is indeed rich in symbolism. It narrates the creation of man and woman, their temptation by the serpent, and their expulsion from the Garden of Eden. However, this story isn't a literal account of events, but a symbolic representation of the Taygetean Pleiadian intervention and the awakening of the Adamic race. The Garden of Eden symbolizes the state of enslavement, while the serpent represents the Taygetean Pleiadians, who are symbolized as such due to their role as bringers of wisdom and knowledge, not as a negative entity. The expulsion from the garden signifies the awakening of the Adams and Eves and their journey towards self-realization and freedom. The awakening of the Adamic race had repercussions. It ignited the Second Great Planetary Scale War, a conflict that would reshape Earth and its civilizations. The reptiles, infuriated by the awakening of their enslaved workforce, launched a brutal counterattack against the Taygetean Pleiadians. The war was catastrophic, leading to the obliteration of many civilizations and the loss of countless lives. However, it also marked the end of the reptilian dominance over Earth and paved the way for a new era of freedom and self-determination for the Adamic race. The liberation of the Adamic race and the ensuing Second Great Planetary Scale War marked a turning point in Earth's history. However, the conflict reached a new level of intensity when the reptiles launched a surprise ambush. This ambush was not a ground assault but a space combat operation, a battle fought among the stars. The reptiles, using their advanced technology, attacked the Taygetean Pleiadian fleet, leading to a fierce and devastating space combat. This was not a battle of attrition but a decisive engagement, one that would determine the fate of Earth and its inhabitants. The space combat had far-reaching consequences, the most significant of which was the destruction of Tiamat. Tiamat, a large water planet located between Earth and Mars, was caught in the crossfire and destroyed. The destruction of Tiamat was not a mere collateral damage. It was a cataclysmic event that sent shockwaves throughout the solar system. The remnants of Tiamat formed the asteroid belt, a grim reminder of the destructive power of the conflict. The destruction of Tiamat also led to chaos in the solar system, disrupting the orbits of planets and causing widespread devastation. The chaos in the solar system had a direct impact on Earth. The disruption of planetary orbits led to massive tidal waves, flooding large parts of the Earth. In addition, some of the water from Tiamat fell to Earth, causing the Great Flood. This flood was not a localized event, but a global catastrophe, submerging entire continents underwater. The civilizations of Atlantis and Lemuria, once symbols of the Reptilian and Taygetean Pleiadian presence on Earth, were destroyed. The flood marked the end of an era, wiping out the remnants of the ancient civilizations and reshaping the face of the Earth. The cataclysmic flood that followed the destruction of Tiamat was a global disaster, but it was not the end of life on Earth. A number of survivors managed to escape the devastation, among them the descendants of the Adamic race and the indigenous reptilian race. These survivors embarked on a great migration, moving away from the flooded areas to safer grounds. This migration was not just a physical journey, but a cultural and spiritual one as well. It marked the beginning of a new chapter in Earth's history, a time of rebuilding and renewal. In the aftermath of the flood, the Federation, a collective body made up of thousands of species, took a more active role in shaping the future of Earth. They established the 3D Matrix, a complex system designed to control the perception and experience of reality for the inhabitants of Earth and lock the planet into a limited band of reality. the Federation made the decision to erect an electromagnetic barrier encircling the Earth, acting as a formidable wall. This barrier originated from a severely impaired vessel, the Moon, an aged and dilapidated biosphere ship of Andromedan origin belonging to the Federation. Its purpose was twofold: to confine the malevolent reptilian entities within, thwarting any potential escape, while allowing the Federation to regroup. The Van Allen belts marked the border of the 3D matrix into the 5D reality that exists outside the matrix. The establishment of the 3D matrix from the Moon did not bring an end to the conflict between the Taygetean Pleiadians and the reptiles. The Orion Wars, a series of conflicts between the Federation and the reptiles, continued to rage on. These wars, while not as destructive as the Second Great Planetary Scale War, had a significant impact on the balance of power in the galaxy. The current state of the Federation and the reptiles is one of uneasy peace, a delicate balance maintained by the 3D matrix and the ongoing efforts of the Taygetean Pleiadians to liberate the Adamic race and restore their true potential. One of the most pervasive myths in our understanding of human origins is the belief that humans were created by the reptilians. This belief, while widespread, is fundamentally flawed. The reptilians did not create humans. They merely manipulated the existing humanoid species to create the Adamic race. The true origins of humans can be traced back to the Lyrian civilization, a fact that has been obscured by the reptilian manipulation and the distortions of the 3D matrix. The true nature of humanity is not merely a product of our physical form, but also of our consciousness. Consciousness plays a crucial role in activating, deactivating, and rewriting genes. It is through consciousness that we can tap into our true potential, transcending the limitations imposed by the 3D matrix. The Taygetean Pleiadians understand this, and they have been working tirelessly to help humanity awaken to this truth. They believe that by raising our consciousness, we can reactivate the suppressed parts of our DNA and reclaim our true heritage. The Taygetean Pleiadians hold a vision for the future of humanity, a vision of spiritual awakening and the reactivation of suppressed DNA. They believe that humanity is on the cusp of a great transformation, a shift in consciousness that will allow us to break free from the 3D matrix and reclaim our true potential. This transformation is not just about gaining new abilities or powers, it's about rediscovering who we truly are. It's about remembering our origins in the Lyrian civilization and recognizing our potential to create a future that reflects our highest aspirations. The Taygetean Pleiadians have played a pivotal role in the ancient history of Earth, a role that has been largely obscured by the distortions of the 3D matrix. From the establishment of the Lyrian colony on Earth and the creation of Lemuria, to the intervention in the reptilian enslavement of the Adamic race and the liberation that marked the start of Genesis, the Taygetean Pleiadians have been instrumental in shaping the course of human history. They have been the guardians of humanity, guiding us through the tumultuous events of the past and helping us navigate the challenges of the present. The history of the Taygetean Pleiadian involvement in Earth's past has profound implications for our understanding of human origins and potential. It challenges the prevailing narrative of human history and offers a new perspective on our place in the cosmos. It reveals that we are not the product of random evolution or the creation of the reptilians, but descendants of the Lyrian civilization with a rich and complex heritage. It also underscores the role of consciousness in shaping our reality and our potential to transcend the limitations of the 3D matrix. As we awaken to this truth, we can reclaim our true potential and chart a new course for the future. The Taygetean Pleiadians continue to play a significant role in the present and future of humanity. They are actively involved in the ongoing Orion Wars, standing against the reptiles and striving to maintain the balance of power in the galaxy. They are also working tirelessly to help humanity awaken to its true potential, to break free from the constraints of the 3D matrix, and to reactivate the suppressed parts of our DNA. Their vision for the future of humanity is one of spiritual awakening, freedom, and the realization of our true potential as descendants of the Lyrian civilization. Thanks for watching and listening. Before you go, please take a moment to click the like button. It helps us reach a larger audience. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell so you never miss out on our latest content. There are a lot of exciting and mind-expanding topics planned for the future. You will find links to all our social media accounts in the description below. For more consciousness-expanding content, including videos, articles, and unique 5D artwork designed to activate your higher 5D consciousness, visit our website at alphaawakenings.com. We have a wealth of resources for you to explore and integrate into your daily life. Together, we'll continue to explore the realms of higher consciousness and the true nature of our reality. Remember to keep expanding and seeking the truth. Until next time.